Is that we're going to push the car up to the ramp.
Okay.
And then we've got an old lady walking down the ramp, and we've got a hoodie who's going to be breakdancing. He will steal the handbag off the old lady.
So there is theft.
Yes,
there is theft. You
yes.
are committing a crime. Okay, yes.
I suppose we are really, yeah. And then the hoodie will then run down the track.
Okay.
He will come back and find Batman and Robin, and at this stage the car will be covered over.
Yeah.
So everybody then will believe it's Batman and Robin. So then the big surprise is when we pull the cover off, the Batman and Robin is actually Del and Rodney, and instead of a Batmobile underneath there, it's the plastic pig.
Who's driving? Batman, Robin, old lady, hoodie?
Batman is driving.
Batman's driving. Have you got a cape, Batman? Who's Batman?
He's got a cape.
Are you Batman?
Batman's going to take the cape off as we get him, because we've seen some videos of capes getting into Batwheels and stuff.
So steering, you're the engineer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is it based sort of like rack and pinion?
Track rods and steering collar.
Hydraulic brakes?
Hydraulic brakes, yeah.
Nice. Have you had any impacts at all? Have you had any crashes?
No, we've not hit anything yet.
Okay.
It's just soft insulation.
Yeah. Ideally, if you can put some lagging on here and paint it yellow, don't want to take away from the design, but main impact points, if you just lag that. Yeah, so cool. Okay, so steering's great, so brakes look pretty good. Can you get the back out?
Get the tail out on it.
I think braking's going to be key to winning this race. I'm delighted to say, with the additional lagging that we've agreed, it's on the front of the dash, on the headboard, blunt off the exhaust. Great, good design. Can't wait to see it. And the cape's inside.
Yes, no problem.
On that basis, I am delighted to award you your tax disc. This is a very emotional moment.
It's no longer in the post.
It's not in the post, it's here. Class. FRO. Lots. There you go.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be like, I think, schoolboy injury. You know, if you bail out, you might be picking gravel out your knees and have a few injuries to tell your friends with. But generally, all of the advanced stuff that's gone out, it's really clear to see people have made such an effort to think about if they are going to have an impact, where their driver ends up, and how they look after each other. So, apart from really small bits like this, I've not seen anything yet where I've had to say no.
We've got 200 quid in a week to build it. We're serious.
You can't go wrong with a week's work. You really can't go wrong with a week's work.
And a weekend off work, paid for by work.
So Asda sponsored you to kill yourself?
Yeah, we work for Asda, so they've just paid us to do it. They don't want us anymore, quite clearly.
It's all inbound, so we've got a lot of steering there if we want it, but you won't need it out there.
If it works.
Mine's all inbound, but mine's so bloody twitchy. Have you got a damper on it?
No, it's just like a handlebar.
Yeah, first time. I've seen it on pictures and stuff, but it's completely different to what I expected. So I didn't realise it was made out of foam as well. Is it foam? What is it?
Celotex, like soldering insulation.
What, you just sculpted it? Sculpted it to the thing? Fair play. And the thing is, I'm a shocking passenger anyway, and I've chose to be a passenger for a RedBull Soapbox.
Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Short. 5. Down into shell 1. 10. Pushing Rich. 15.
Obviously we've got an allotted time on how when we go down the run compared to where the music starts, and one difficulty is we can't hold on to anything as we go in, so you've sort of got to get in there but without touching anything, and not being the most agile person in the world, it's a bit difficult, but we've got in there within about 15 seconds, which is good. So
the competitor lounge, where team members can get refreshments and hang out while the nerves build.
I'm coming for you, all of you. We started on Friday morning, early Friday morning, so we've done Friday today, and we'll strip out tomorrow afternoon straight after the race. Most of the obstacles took us about a week to build, and then we started Friday morning. All the obstacles went in this morning very early. The rest of the structures behind you for the speakers and all the camera platforms, everything else, and the TV stand down there for the guys. We put all them in. We also put them in yesterday as well, so we've got all that completed. Well, we started off the first one. They popped a few ideas in it. We upped and changed the size of the track. There was a bit worried about the heights because we started off making the ramps quite high, and we got a bit worried, so we dropped all the heights down. And then one of the guys that made a lot of the equipment with us, he popped a few ideas of his own in. We've got a railway track under Mind the Gap, and it's all stone. The railway tracks are the exact replica of a railway track, but we just carved them out of wood. So yeah, and then the very last one, the burn one, we thought it'd be a good idea to put a little duck pond in it. So it's actually got a little shallow duck pond that they're going to stick a few ducks in it, a few plastic ducks in it. So just make it a bit gimmicky, really.
So coming up to you've got your stair drop here, which is it's not optional again. The first two are pretty fine, but the last one's obviously the one I was mentioning earlier, which is like a good old little drop.
It's a bit heavier landings than what we thought, so a bit worried about, Rich says we're a bit worried about the track rods. So if we do break a track rod, basically we've got no steering, which we could lean, can't we, like a sidecar?
Look at this kicker down here. Look at this kicker down here. Hey? This kicker seems a bit...
What can we do about it now then?
What?
Track rods.
They ain't that strong. No? Hello.
Yeah, so we passed the MOT and then we've gone to have a look at the track. Now, there was 5 teams which went down as a test run, and 4 out of the 5 broke. So luckily we didn't get picked to do a test run, but it was quite alarming to how many wheels snapped, steering columns broke. So now we had a look at the car and we've been upgrading it throughout the night. So we've doubled up on the track rod, so if the track rod breaks, we've then got a secondary track rod. So just making, because of the impacts are so big off the jumps.
Just want to make the track rod stronger. I'm not happy that like, they're alright on my go-kart.
But going down the hill like and flipping bouncing down there.
I think they could break. It'll all be over if it does.
From the start, first of all, we've got the down ramp where, without a doubt, we're going to bottom out because the angles meeting between the ramp and the road are too severe. But we'll have momentum, so it's just going to hurt. So it won't really be a problem. Then the first jump, not a big stress as long as we don't break the wheels, but it's dead straight, so we've got nothing to worry about as long as the wheels don't collapse. Then we've got a chicane which we can straight line because we've got a really good steering cart, so we don't have to worry about that, don't need any brakes at all. Then we've got another couple of chicanes. Again, I'm pretty sure we won't have to brake. I'm not sure we'll have to brake at all. Apples and pears, if we're brave enough, we go through that fast, but we've just got the risk of it buckarooing really, because there's 3 steps, and the only worry we've got is the back of the cart hitting the third one and pitching it forward. But again, we're just going to have to risk it. Really long run down then, again, that's where we're going to be really strong. And then the finish line jump, which we're definitely going to jump. There's no extra points for going off the jump, but if we get down there in one piece, we're definitely going to go over the jump. We've had a third of the points today will be on our overall appearance and our comedy sketch. So it will be us dressed in our costumes, with the car, with the overall appearance, and they've got some RedBull celebrities who are going to be judging that.
Morning. How long do you say? 4 weeks? 4 months?
4 months on and off.
4 months on and off. It's going to be absolute carnage down there. Bits and bobs everywhere. Limbs. Crikey. That's all I say. Crikey.
Well, we're the animal rescue team from Paynes Hill Fire Station in Surrey, and we're here to try and save and rescue a horse that's gone into the meat factory from an even tyrant basically. So we're very professional and we'll do a great job. Well, when we got word that we got in, we all sat around the table, and it's taken us probably good parts of maybe 8 weeks to build it. From Nige being the engineer and designing the framework of the horse and welding, and Glenn being the organiser and sorting out all the intricate pieces of the puzzle, and Luke and me being basically the gophers and the paper mache kind of guys.
So who's riding this thing?
I am riding it. I am the volunteer. My previous background was a professional jockey before I joined the fire service, so hopefully I can keep the animals straight. My only worry is that he might stop for a bit of straw on the way down the track.
The crowds gather, all eager to witness this madcap spectacle that is the RedBull Soapbox Derby and their bonkers competitors.
So when I'm going to chuck to him, you've got to quickly get those sticks from out of the doors. They're in the seats at the minute, and they've got to go into the tarmac.
Is the back of it, has the thing come off at this point?
No, that's still on. Rich is going to take that when he's loaded us both in. So everyone thinks Batman and Rob are in the Batmobile, and Rich's last job is to unveil that we are Del Boy and Rodman.
That's a lot to do in 20 seconds.
I know, and that's why we've got to get it right.
Do you want me to time it?
Before the race begins, the spectators are allowed into the paddock to marvel at some of the wild and wonderful and sometimes bizarre creations.
Collectively, it's probably taken about...
It's about 3 days to make it, and about 5 or 6 months of arguments.
This is probably about the fifth version of what we thought we might have done. So
as soon as we knew he was driving, we made it streamlined and low centre of gravity.
Yes, made it something that was definitely going to crash.
I'm having sausage, literally, as well. Bloody hot in here.
We've just found, literally, 25 minutes before we get judged, that unfortunately our back right rear has gone down and it's deflated.
Just on the wall, on the wheel.
Worst nightmare, sort of puncture, so like we said, that was going to be our weak link, was the tyres, isn't it? We have got one spare tube, but we haven't got tyre levers to fit the tube, and nightmare.
That'll do 28. Oh yeah, because they checked they it's a bit lighter than the others.
It's moments away, but it feels like it's moments away, Gendo. It feels close to Mo. Look at them. You're so pretty on.
A couple of weeks to build it, long evenings, I'm not going to lie, we've worked pretty hard, but yeah, a couple of weeks. Basically, we're not taking it too seriously, we didn't have a lot of money, but we just wanted to enter, so thought we'd give it a go. We're just having a laugh, to be honest. I aim to get down all the way, that would be amazing. If I can't, I'll just pull it over the jumps, right? We've got one thing that might pop out, our steering joints. We've got to take the spanner down, I might have to fix it halfway down, put a bit of cable tie on and go back down. We'll see. Oh yeah, back pocket, spanner, sorted. See how it goes. I quite like speeds, but these jumps are high. I'm so excited about it. So this is like my ideal event. I'm so happy to be racing it. We're number 13. Who gave us that number? 13! I'll be the girl going like this as I'm driving.
Downton Abbey. We work on the production show, so we've created